The Yachts for Sale YouTube channel opening a window into the world of yacht brokerage, and today showing you a shipyard with an entire range of yachts you may have never heard of. Tribale Yachts. You may have already guessed that Tribali is an Italian word meaning tribal, and in fact these yachts are built in Italy quite close to Pisa. There are quite a few yacht builders in that area, so plenty of skilled craftsmen to choose from. This is a new shipyard with big ambitions, and their product range is intriguing. So as any good broker should do, I wanted to look into them a little bit further, starting with taking a look at just what it is that they have to offer. And their product range varies from motor catamarans to what they call crossover yachts, and then also explorer yachts. So let's start with the catamarans. They propose these in sizes that vary from 56 to 105 feet. But most of the information and images are available for the smallest model, and that's probably because they are already building the mould to start construction on this. The shipyard says that they are flexible on the propulsion package for this yacht. You can have a standard diesel engine package, full electric, or a hybrid version if you prefer. With the yacht still in such an early stage of construction, it's difficult to give too many details of this model just yet, but I do plan to visit the shipyard later this year and report back to you. She's certainly a very beautifully designed vessel. A yacht that I do have plenty of information about though is the Tribali 95. This is the largest of their crossover range that varies from 72 to 95 feet. Like the smaller catamaran, she shall be built from GRP composite. This will be a yacht that measures 95 feet and 6 inches long, with a beam of 24 feet and 7 inches, and a relatively shallow draft for this size of yacht, just 6 feet and 11 inches. The term crossover is becoming more common in Italian yacht building, and in this case it refers to the fact that the yacht has the styling of an explorer yacht, but more of the characteristics that you would find in a traditional vessel of this size. She's designed to have two MAN V12 2000 horsepower engines, so quite a high top speed of 25 knots, and a range of 900 nautical miles at 10 knots. Her general arrangement deck plans have already been published, showing 4 nicely sized guest staterooms below deck. But just look at the crew accommodation. It looks like about half of the below deck area is dedicated to crew, with a decent sized crew mess, and each crew cabin with a well proportioned bathroom too. On the main deck you can see a particularly long aft deck with seating, sunbathing and dining spaces, a main salon with full height windows that would appear from the renderings to open up, and an open galley that I personally really do like. Quick word on that point, this is a semi-custom yacht, so if you'd build it for yourself, you should always ask about what can and cannot be done. Make sure that the opening windows are included in the price, or see if you need to pay extra for that. If you prefer the galley to be enclosed, then I'm absolutely sure that the shipyard would oblige. Building a yacht is a much better experience for everybody involved when there is good communication and transparency right from the beginning. Back to the layout of the yacht though. The main deck layout shows a small dayhead to starboard and a very large owner's stateroom forward. The renderings show a couple of steps down to the owner's ensuite bathroom. Underneath here is a technical area for the crew. I would imagine it will be used for storage and access to things like the bow thruster equipment. But this makes more sense when you consider what is above it. So let's take a look at the next deck up. The bridge deck shows plenty of outside sunbathing space and this gorgeous inside-outside dining area, as well as a bar that almost looks large enough to be a second galley. Again, remember that if you're building this for yourself, there's probably some flexibility in this area to arrange it as you prefer. I particularly wanted to draw your attention to this though, the steps down to the bridge that are directly above the owner's stateroom. By lowering the position of the bridge, the designer has been able to maximize the usable space of the foredeck. Bear in mind that for a foredeck to be used by guests on board, classification societies will insist that the bulwarks need to be a certain height to prevent people from falling overboard. So by lowering the height of the deck, you effectively increase the height of the bulwark. And if big bulwarks are your thing, you should definitely take a look at Tribali's range of Explorer yachts, in which they have a 115-foot model and a 165-foot model. We'll take a look at the larger of the two, since the shipyard are actually building a larger shed so that they can accommodate the construction of this. This yacht will be built with a steel hull and an aluminium superstructure. For now, details are limited, and I would imagine that the shipyard is still working on the fine details, but I can tell you that she will have a length of 50 metres, a beam of 9.5 metres, and a draft of 2.3 metres. With a yacht of this size and at this very early stage of the project, it's pointless discussing how many cabins she will have or the layout of the interior. The shipyard will definitely have proposals for this, but the satisfying aspect of buying a yacht at this stage is that you can have a very big influence on the layout of the yacht and the specifications of equipment installed. That's really what yacht brokers and yacht builders do. We work together to ensure that your yacht is built the way that you want it and to a level of quality that offers value for money. The broker who's working very hard with Tribale Yachts and recommended that I review them to you is Remy.becquet from Fraser Yachts. So I'll put his contact details in the description to this video so that you can contact him for more details. I'll be visiting the shipyard later this year to look at the new shed that's being built, the 95 that's in construction, and to see how they're getting on with that catamaran. That will be published on the Yacht Builders channel, so if you haven't already subscribed to that channel, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Now, at the time of filming this video, I have an epic trip planned with Yarrick and Slava. I'm flying out to Boston tomorrow for a few days off. Then I'm meeting the team in Portland, Maine, where we'll be filming this amazing 102-foot charter yacht in cruising grounds that I've never really shown before. Now that's going to be published on the Yachts for Charter channel. From there we fly to the Turks and Caicos Islands to film the amazing 157-foot Trinity yacht Mirabella that's both for sale and for charter, so we're looking forward to producing 2 videos of that yacht. Possibly we have an exciting shoot of a 108-foot yacht in Miami after that, and then I plan to visit the incredible islands of Los Roques off the coast of Venezuela to produce a video of the area as a potential, almost completely undiscovered cruising ground for super yachts. Meanwhile, we have teams shooting 2 Sunseeker motor yachts in Turkey, 2 gorgeous sailing yachts in the Balearic Islands, so we have a lot of content to show you throughout the month of August. On one final note, I receive about 1 email a week from folk who would love to become a yacht broker, and since it's impossible to dedicate the time to everybody that I would like to, I've done 2 things. Firstly, I've created the Yacht Broker Master Class online course for people who are really sure that that's what they want to do and want to commit to learning the trade. But also for people who are not sure even how to get into the industry in the first place, I've made this ebook called Breaking into Brokerage. Now the ebook is completely free. It's full of practical advice on how to get into the industry and also hacks and tips of how to get the attention of a yacht brokerage company. It is a fantastic free tool for people who want to get out of a rut and transform their lives with an exciting career. I've put a link to the Yacht Broker Masterclass below, along with a discount code for viewers of the channel to get a discount for the online course. But there's also a link to receive the free Breaking into Brokerage ebook. And that's it. How are we doing as far as your battery goes? Because the final 2 videos are fairly short.